Hello again, everyone. Thank you for considering using SCIP for your CMV interpretation needs. In the previous video, I demonstrated how to set up and use the SCIP backend processing pipeline, which are shown in orange and purple here. In this video, I will continue on and demonstrate setting up and using the front end, which is the visualization interface shown in green here. Before I go into details, I would like to explain that the SCIP backend is typically run on a separate computer, a high-performance computing server, while visualization interface is run almost always on an analyst's personal computer. So one issue remains is how to get the files generated by the backend to the front end. At our institution, we do this by mounting the HPC server as a network drive on the front-end PC so that the front-end PC can access those back-end files just like on local computer. I do realize that this is not always possible at all institutions, so I will use a more generalizable approach in this demo. To start the demo, let's open the supplementary material and go to supplementary text 2 again. We can move directly to step 6 regarding the visualization module. As explained, the visualization module can be run on Windows and macOS computers, and we can create an empty directory on the computer. I just created one. I already placed some files here, but you can start with an empty folder. So the next step is to get the SCIP interface.r script and the interface config.txt configuration file from GitHub. For 38, this is named SCIP interface hg38.r. I already downloaded the entire SCIP repository from GitHub, so it's here, and I just unzipped it. The file used by the front end is in the visualization hg19 or the visualization hg38 folder. Since we're doing hg19, these are the files that we want. So let's move them out here. And we no longer need this and this. Now we have these two files, and we're done with step 7. Step 8 is to install RStudio and 3 R packages. You don't really need to worry about the R packages. The first thing we need to do is install R. The second thing is to install RStudio. And once you open this script in RStudio, it will let you know which packages are needed to be installed. And you just need to have one click to install all of them. On this computer, I already have everything installed. Moving on to step 9. As I explained, this directory from the backend needs to be accessible to the computer running the front end. At our institution, this is done, as I mentioned, mounting the computer server, running the backend as a network volume. But this is not always possible. The alternative you can do is copy the app temp file and user data directories. Let me pull up the backend again. This is where we had left off from the previous video. As you can see, it took a little bit less than 3 minutes to finish the backend for one sample, so it's pretty quick. We have the app.temp file directory and we have the user data directory. You just need to download these two directories to the computer running the front end, which I already done. The app.temp file and the user data directories are here. The last step is to set up the interface config.txt file. So let me do it here. The temp file directory should be the directory to the app.temp file. So let's do that. Oh, I should say that this should be temp file directory. It's a typo here, which we will fix. So we modify this to and that's it. And for the root directory, we specify the path to this folder. It should be copy this one and paste it here. And we save it. For the user entry, you can modify the user entry with your identifier. It can be your email, it can be your name, and this is entirely optional and used to track interpretations from different analysts. So you can enter any information that identifies yourself. Or you can enter NA if you don't want to do that. This completes the visualization module setup. These steps are required only once. Since we're done with this, we can move back to supplementary text 1 to actually run the visualization module. And we can actually go straight to step 6. So only thing that we need to modify every time we visualize a new sample is this list name entry here. You just modify this ID as the sample ID of your new sample. We already placed HSC033 here, so it should be fine. We don't need to edit this. We're done with step 6. The next step is to double click to open RStudio. As shown over here, you have this script here, and you click Run App. And as you can see, everything is now displayed. But we don't recommend you to use the interface with this pop-up browser RStudio provided. We recommend you to do it in another browser like Google Chrome. Simply copy this link and put it in Google Chrome, and that's it. It opened up in Google Chrome. Because this video does not cover the actual interpretation, so I will just briefly show you things here. So you can see the read depths, the mapping quality, you can visualize all the anomalous reads, you can look at population variation, and you can also look at the genomic neighborhood, basically the genes and triple sensitive and haploinsufficient regions, expression level, and tables, and so on and so forth. You can use this to navigate between CNVs. You can enter your determination here. You can say, for this reason, I think this is reportable. You can enter anything here for your notes, and once you click save, everything is saved. So as you can see, it automatically saved. This is the date you interpreted this, and this is who you are. Once you are done with this interpretation, you can just close this, and then click the stop in RStudio, and close RStudio. That's just completes interpretation. I'm going to stop this video here. We have completed setting up and running the front-end visualization interface for a sample. This video and the previous video covering the backend covers everything you need to know from scratch, setting up SCIP, and eventually visualizing CNVs detected in clinical samples. Please feel free to let us know if you have any questions. Thank you very much.